Hello, everybody. I'm Jeremiah Bersche, the host of your Final Four show. There's only 4 teams left. Anyway, I'm here with my sophomore analysts, Zachary Root and Mark Isakov, and of course, my senior analyst, Jamison Kneip, who had a great show last time. Welcome, everybody. Guys, how are you feeling about this tournament? I'm loving it.
Go ahead, Mark.
It's been great so far. Definitely an exciting tournament. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing these Final Four games, and after this, I'm ready for next year.
Yeah. You know, they always talk about the road to the Final Four, and here we are. And this is great because we're going to have a lot to talk about. I believe, Zach, you have some thoughts on West Virginia.
Yeah, West Virginia, they've kind of been a sleeper pick through everyone. You know, haven't got a lot of attention throughout the entire tournament, but now they're in the Final Four, going up against Duke. They really held Kentucky back with John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins. They really handled them really well, and it's gonna be a good game against Duke.
Yeah, I think they definitely show they can face some of the better teams in the nation. Going over to senior analyst Jamison Kneip, who has information on our home team, Michigan State Spartans.
I just want to talk a little bit about Tennessee and State game. Final score was 70-69, and I thought top performer for Michigan State was Summers, 21 points, 4 rebounds. And then Prince, Tayshaun Prince's cousin, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. Yeah, I think it's a good game. I think against Butler, they're going to win. They're going to beat Butler, and they're going to go to the finals, West Virginia. But the keys for next game is if Lucius can control the ball and score a little bit more. And Summers needs to have a big game, and Rayburn Morgan needs to have a big game too.
He's been having them though, so
yeah.
That's good. I'm going to talk a little bit about Butler. Probably talk about them too much, but this is a team who faced a lot of early season losses to ranked teams such as Georgetown, Minnesota. But they came out with a nation-leading winning streak of 20 games to close their season, beating their second place team in their league for the championship 70-45. Defense has always been the story for this team. Roland Norred, Willie Veasley have been able to shut down many teams' key scorers. They held Syracuse to scoreless last minutes. It's been a great year for them. Coming off into the second round against the team in Murray that had just pulled off a great upset, they were able to utilize their late half-court defense and came up with a big shot to win. I really like this team. Star Gordon Hayward has come up with consistent 17 and 20-point games. They have defensive dominance. I believe they can do very well against the big teams, as they've already showed against Kansas State.
Yeah, it just goes to show you how much a team can ride on a hot streak like Butler's doing. They have a lot of adrenaline, and you know, they're going on a lot of momentum.
Yeah, I think people have really underestimated their defensive capability. I think that's what's keeping them in it. They don't have big names, but they've been able to put up some half-court defense and stop the big shots.
Yeah.
So, Isakov, Duke, our last member of the Final Four.
Duke, I think they can take it all. This season, they've been ranked lowest at 10th place and then highest at 3rd place, which is not a big margin, which is really good. Big players, John Shayer, Nolan Smith, and Kyle Singler. They're playing great. They're doing well. And I predict a really close game against West Virginia.
How'd you forget the name of their best player?
It's okay. We all stumble over our words. Anyway, yeah, those big three for Duke average of combined 53 points. So that's, I mean, if you're going to face that on an average day, and then you can only imagine in a big game.
West Virginia's got to come out swinging
Yeah.
if they're going to go up against Duke with their good players like that.
Right. Duke has always been known for their three-point shooting, too. So, you know, West Virginia has to have a good perimeter defense, and if they do that, it'll be close.
Yeah, so it'll be a fun game. So what are you guys thinking about Butler MSU?
I got State.
Obviously State. That's my team.
State's the way to go.
Why do you think State, Mark? Why do you think State? I want to hear your answer.
Hometown team, you know.
So you just want them because
I just want them to win.
I don't know. I feel like if Corey Lucius doesn't step up, I think Baylor's defense is gonna is going to prove
Definitely.
dominant.
Well, Corey
Definitely
Lucius
to have a
definitely
guard
stepped
take
up
care of the
this
ball. And last game, he had 5 turnovers, Lucius. So
That absolutely can't happen, especially
cannot
with
happen against
Baylor.
Butler.
That happened in the Syracuse game, and that is why the number 1 seed lost to Butler was largely due to turnovers. That became a big problem for him. That all said, I do think that Michigan State, I've been saying throughout this show, they've got some sort of X factor. I've always picked them a little shorter than they actually gone, so I might as well say that they're going to make the championship. Not counting out the other game, West Virginia versus Duke. What are your thoughts?
I've got West Virginia. They're hot right now. They're feeling good. If they, like just what I said, if they keep Duke's perimeter from shooting the 3, I think they'll win.
totally agree with guarding 3-point. It's all West Virginia really has to do, and even take care of the big guy in the paint.
Yeah, that's very important.
Zubak.
They've got Zubak. He's a presence there, but I think Kentucky to me was just like Duke, only with less experience, and I think that experience, as I've said before, is a big factor. So I actually think Duke will make it. So, winner. This is it. This is the big pick.
I got State. They're coming back with redemption from last year's beating in the final, so I think State's can come back.
JMO has some thoughts about that.
Oh, State. I would love to say that, but I'm not. Not going to pick a team that's not going to win it. I would say West Virginia.
Oh.
Obviously, West Virginia over State. So.
Okay.
I'm going with Duke on this one.
I don't know. It's a tough call for me. I'm going to have to say State just because I want them, because I honestly can't decide. So, it's been great working with all of you. I hope you guys have enjoyed this tournament so far. Make sure that you enjoy this final. So, stay frosty.
Stay frosty!
Yeah. Great job.
Good job,
I really
good job.
appreciate that.
Good job.
That was nice. That was nice.
Frosty.
So now I'll shake your hand.
Okay. All right.